Hello everyone, how are you doing? And welcome back to my YouTube channel. How have you been? Sorry, last week I did not have a video. Due to unavoidable circumstances. And then I recorded 2 very amazing videos, and then I realized that they do not have any sound, and they had this really perfect view that I really wanted you guys to see, but unfortunately it is what it is, man. Okay, those are part of challenges of being a YouTuber. Today I want us to talk about a question that you people have been bothering me about. When I say bother, it's because it's too much. It's every day I log into my social media accounts, I get that question. So for the past, I think since March, there has not been any septrin medication. So for every person who is living with HIV, we know that for the past very many years, we've had access to septrin. And all of a sudden, that access to septrin has been cut off unceremoniously. Why has septrin been cut off? And that is why I am here to answer you that question. So let me start from a little bit way back. So kitambo kidogo, when I started medication, we used to be given supplements, we used to be given multivitamin medication, and then to top it up, ARVs. But then as time went by, some of these things, because they were donor funded, were cut off by the donors, and they left what they termed essential services in the HIV treatment, response, care, and all that. So septrin was one of the funded, donor-funded medications that was being funded by PEPFAR. PEPFAR is it's a fund by the President of the United States. So PEPFAR was funding us with and buying septrin medication. I am not sure if PEPFAR was funding ARVs. I have to research on that, but it was buying the septrin medication. But unfortunately, in 2018, they cut our funds again. And when they cut the funds, they asked the Kenyan government to commit to buying HIV septrin medication. When they asked the Kenyan government to do that, it was so that the Kenyan government can give its commitment in the fight against HIV and AIDS. And the Kenyan government actually committed to buying the medication, the septrin medication. So that was in 2018. So the septrin medication that has been given throughout since 2018 was the last stock that was bought by PEPFAR. So as time went by, the medication came to an end in March 2020, the stock from 2018, and since then the Kenyan government has not bought the medication they promised. However, the Ministry of Health insists that the medication is on the way. The shipment has taken time because of the coronavirus and all that, but so far there is no medication. And a lot of you are worried that, can I take septrin? Can I take my ARVs without septrin? Do I buy septrin? So what is the role of septrin in all of this? So this is what I'm trying to tell you. Septrin is a type of antibiotic that is meant to prevent infections. That is why people living with HIV are given septrin, so that they can prevent other infections. Why? Because the immune system of a person living with HIV is very compromised, which means that anytime we get an infection, it might kick us out, okay? So that is why septrin is there to regulate and prevent any form of infection. So people who have a low CD4 count are most probably given septrin and advised to take it. Personally, I don't remember the last time I took septrin, not because I am undetectable, but also because I started way back before ARVs, before 15 years ago. I started with, I actually think I started septrin the very first time I was diagnosed with HIV. And after that, life went on, okay? Life moved on. So I have been on septrin for the longest time ever. So at some point, I think I just defaulted from septrin without actually knowing that I defaulted. But I do take them from time to time, especially when I have colds and and even the mouth sores, because a lot of people living with HIV, due to our immune system being compromised, we do get some of the mouth sores. Not everyone, but some. Especially me, I do get the mouth sores. And when I get them, septrin comes through for me. But septrin now is not there. So what do we do now that septrin is not there? We probably stop taking septrin, because the government has said they're going to buy septrin. They have said the shipment is on the way. I don't know. They've said that since June. It's now September. I don't know when that shipment is going to arrive in Kenya. So I am really hoping that septrin comes through. However, I cannot promise you that septrin is going to come through, because that is actually how multivitamin got phased out. So probably we might not have septrin. The civil society organizations dealing with matters HIV and AIDS have actually been championing for septrin medication to be stocked. I don't know if it's going to be successful, then we shall see. But every day, almost weekly, I see them, and I've even seen the highlights on the media. So the question is it safe for you to not take septrin? If your body is not behaving in any funny way and you're not having any infections, then you can actually not take septrin. However, I'm not saying this from a doctor point of view. I am saying this from a patient point of view. And you can also use other means to prevent infection, such as taking a lot of fruits, vegetables, and also a lot of water. Okay? Because those are actually natural ways of preventing other infections. Take a lot of water, 8 glasses a day. Ensure that in every meal you have fruits and vegetables. That can help. If you can afford the septrin, go ahead and buy septrin. That is if you're feeling that, I don't feel like I can manage without septrin. Because some people have come to me complaining that they have not been able to they have been experiencing mouth sores and cold sores. So if you are experiencing that because septrin has been cut away, then please, I am begging you in the name of God, go and buy septrin, okay? I don't know how much septrin costs. I have never bought septrin, but kindly go and buy if you can afford it. If you can't, then replace it with something else that can work, okay? Because fruits and vegetables work just the same way, okay? Sorry, I was distracted for a little bit. So fruits and vegetables work exactly the same way, okay? Another thing I would like this is for breastfeeding mothers who are very concerned about septrin. For you to achieve an undetectable viral load, or for your viral load to continue remaining undetectable, what you need more is ARVs than septrins, okay? So take your ARVs every day. Do not skip that one, okay? If you're very, very worried and you really feel like I want the septrin, kindly go ahead and buy the septrin. But for now, I cannot really give you a timeline on when septrin is going to be stocked back in. But what I would like to tell you is there is a nationwide stock out of septrin medication. Some countries like Uganda have not had septrin for the last 3 years. So I think Kenyans, it's time you brace yourselves and accept the reality that there is no septrin medication, and I don't know whether it's going to be restocked, because right now we have other issues. There is also even currently a looming stock out of ARVs. There is also currently a looming stock out of nevirapine septrin, that is nevirapine syrup that is meant for children who are highly exposed infants born with HIV positive mothers. So I don't know how coronavirus has really messed up most of the gains we've made in the HIV world, and I hope that it's not going to mess up anymore, because we just have 10 years to 2030 so that we can clear the HIV and AIDS pandemic. And I hope that coronavirus is not going to take in 2021 and not going to start now afresh dealing with new infections and new mother-to-child infections. Okay, so for now, just continue taking your ARVs. As long as you're taking your ARVs faithfully, you're eating well, you're stress-free, everything is going to be okay. Okay, so don't worry about anything. That being said, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, share, and ensure that you are here every Friday and Tuesdays for new videos. That's all I had for today. Bye bye.